You'll have seen a candlestick patterns chart like this one. But which one of these patterns is the best one? I wanted to find out. So I programmed a bot to look back into previous market data and answer that question. But first, what are the rules for the bot? Basically, I will use different indicator strategies to know when to buy or sell. And then I will enter a trade when one of these patterns arises. These strategies have all been featured in my videos before. To not make this video extremely long, I decided to backtest only the most popular of these patterns. Here is the list of them. Now, I'll briefly explain what these patterns are, and you can pause the video and look at them more into detail if you want. A bullish engulfing is a bullish candlestick whose body is bigger than the previous candlestick that's bearish. A bearish engulfing is the same, but the colors switch. A morning star is a non-doji. Bearish candlestick followed by a doji and then a non-doji bullish candlestick. A doji candlestick is a candlestick whose wicks are much longer than its body. For coding purposes, any candlestick whose average size of their wick is bigger than its body is a doji. An evening star is the same as a morning star, but with the colors reversed. A tweezer bottom is a red candlestick followed by a green candlestick, and they need to have the same low. A tweezer top is a bullish candlestick followed by a bearish one. They need to have the same high. Lastly, the three white soldiers pattern is three non-doji bullish candlesticks in a row, and the three black crows pattern is the opposite of that. Now let's see the results from the bot. The first strategy is the moving average crossover strategy. To use this strategy, go to TradingView and click the Indicators button and add two simple moving averages. You can now change the settings of one moving average so that it is two different lines. I will also change how it looks to make it seem more appealing. A moving average just shows you the average price recently. When one of the moving averages crosses above the other, buy, and when the other moving average crosses above this one, sell. Now let's see the stats. The best pattern with this strategy is the bullish engulfing, traded on the daily on this pair, with one moving average of length 9 and the other with 105. The next strategy is like this one, but with the MACD. To add the MACD, type MACD here and add this one. The MACD has four components: the MACD line, the signal line, the histogram, and finally, the zero line. This strategy consists of buying when the MACD line crosses above the signal line and selling when the signal line crosses above the MACD line. Let's see how profitable this strategy is. The pattern you should be using with this strategy is the tweezer top. You should use this on NZDCHF and on the 1 hour. Then go here and change these lengths to 12 and 100 and the signal smoothing to 8. Now let's go to the next strategy. The next strategy will be a strategy with the super trend indicator and without any other indicators. To add the super trend indicator, just go to the indicators and type super trend and select the first result. When the line is green, it indicates that the trend is bullish and that you should enter a trade long. And when the line is red, the trend is bearish, so you should enter a trade short. Now let's run the code. So the best candlestick pattern is the three black crows. You should trade this on this pair and on the weekly time frame. You should also change the length of the super trend to 11 and the multiplier to 3. The next two strategies are similar to this one because they also involve the super trend. For the first strategy, add your super trend, but then you also need to add the 200 EMA. To do this, just add it and change the settings to 200. The EMA stands for exponential moving average, and it is like the moving average from before, but it gives more importance to recent candlesticks instead of old ones. The EMA is also used to identify the trend. If price is above the EMA, that means that price is above the average value, meaning that the current trend is bullish, and so we should be looking for longs. And vice versa, if price is below the EMA, that means that the trend is bearish, and that we should be entering shorts. So, if the super trend is green and price is above the EMA, the bot will enter a long. And if the super trend is red and price is below the EMA, the bot will enter a short. Now let's see the results. So, the pattern to use here turns out to be the three black crows. You also should trade this on this pair. Change the EMA settings to 90 and just leave the super trend settings to default. The last strategy is very similar to this one, but in this case, we will use the DEMA instead of the EMA. The DEMA is the double exponential moving average, and it moves faster than the moving average. You can see that the blue one is the EMA, and the yellow one is the DEMA. To add the DEMA, just type in the usual box DEMA and click this one. Then, if you want to use this strategy normally, change the settings of the DEMA to 200. Now let's see the optimized settings. Okay, the results are in. The best pattern is the bearish engulfing candlestick. The best time frame to trade this on is the weekly. This pair is best to trade this on. You don't have to change the DEMA length, but you do have to change the super trend length to 99 and finally change the multiplier to 5. Now, this is the part of the video where I tell you which of these patterns is best and which is worst. The pattern that was best with the smallest number of indicators is worst, and the pattern that was best with the greatest number of indicators is best. So the best pattern is the 3 black crows with the engulfing candlesticks tied. The worst patterns are the stars. In conclusion, if you have other video ideas you would like to share with me or the viewers, please comment them below. Also, if you enjoyed, please consider subscribing and liking because it helps a lot. Finally, if you saw some of my other videos and you like how I edited this video, please also comment that below. See you next time.